Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over some new details that you may have missed from yesterday's previews of the Indigo Disk DLC. There's definitely some things that I didn't know about, so we're going to be breaking everything down today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, obviously yesterday we got a ton of different previews for the Indigo Disk DLC from loads of different people across the globe. So obviously we had previews in different languages and stuff like that, and now it's kind of all been translated and we know more information now because obviously everybody that got to play it got like 60 minutes to play it, and everyone's going to do something different. So now that we have a lot more information about the Indigo Disk, we're going to be covering everything that you probably missed from yesterday. So we have Light here saying it has been stated that there will be a new mechanic to play alone and with friends. This one should be the flying mode of Koraidon or Miraidon. So probably we will play the time trials from 1 to 4 players. In this way we can win different rewards. That would be awesome. So this is very similar to the Ogre Ousting minigame that we got for the Teal Mask DLC. So we're getting a new minigame that is for 1 to 4 players, so co-op, multiplayer, whatever, and it looks like it's going to be like a time trial thing, so maybe you all kind of like venture off and maybe it's who can do the time trial the fastest, or maybe there's so many rings that everybody has to go through in a lot of time, and then you get like items and stuff and rewards just like you do for the Ogre Oust, and there might be like another shiny Pokemon that you can get if you do it well enough in like hard mode, just like you can get a shiny Munchlax. But yeah, I like this. It's cool because it just gives more kind of co-op things to do, and they're definitely pushing more towards like co-op or multiplayer in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I mean, you can literally play co-op for the first time, barring Dynamax Adventures and stuff, and the wild area in Sword and Shield. But yeah, in this game, they are really heavily going into co-op and like online multiplayer and stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting a new mini game that's all about time trials in the Indigo Disk DLC. So that's the first thing that I wanted to go over. Next up, we have the availability of Duraludon and where to find it. So it's been now confirmed that Duraludon is going to be available in the polar biome. So of course, a lot of people will want to get Duraludon as soon as possible because they'll want to evolve it into Archaludon, which is one of the new Generation 9 Pokemon available in the Indigo Disk DLC. Now, it's not been confirmed how to evolve it. I'm assuming it's just going to be through like an item or something. I don't think it's going to be level up. I think it's just going to be a special item you get, which I'm assuming is also how you evolve all of the new Pokemon in this game. So obviously that's how we evolved Applin into Diplin. If Diplin gets a final evolution, which is looking likely, that's probably going to be the same kind of situation where you have an item for it. And it's probably going to be the same for Duraludon into Archaludon as well. The good thing is these biomes are accessible at any point as well. Like we already know from yesterday that you can go to any biome at any time. You can challenge any Elite Four member first. It's not linear at all. It's very much like do what you want, just like you can do in base Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, you can go to the polar biome at the very start, get yourself a Duraludon, and if the item is available pretty early on as well to evolve it, if that is the case, then yeah, you'll be able to get yourself an Archaludon pretty early on. But yeah, if you are trying to get a Duraludon, you get it in the polar biome. That has been confirmed. Next up, we also have this information to go over as well. So in the terrarium, there won't be nurses or item sellers. We will ourselves heal our Pokemon and buy items in the vending machine. So obviously we covered it yesterday that there's no Nurse Joy. It's just going to be like portable healing stations that you kind of go up to. I'm assuming there's going to be one for every biome, so there's probably going to be 4 different healing stations, maybe 5, because I'm sure we'll have like a base kind of operations thing, just like we do in the Teal Mask. And then yeah, like 1 healing station in each biome. But as well as that, the vending machines are where you buy your items as well. So there's no obviously like Poke Market or anything like that. You just go to the vending machines and that's where you buy your potions, your Pokeballs, your stuff like that. And there's also a place to craft TMs as well. So they're kind of dotted around. Again, I'm assuming in each different kind of biome, but yeah, no kind of Pokemon Center. There's just different healing stations and vending machines and stuff like that that you can buy all your stuff from. Next up, we also have this new information about Amaris as well. So we will challenge a double battle versus Amaris, which we know about. We know that it is very much kind of going into the idea of VGC, like there's more double battles than single battles. It's very competitive as well, like with competitive sets, competitive items and stuff like that, EVs, everything like that. And she will have a team of 6 Pokemon with different types. Now, it wasn't made clear to us yesterday that she was going to have different types. I'm assuming they will have like a prominent type, like so in, I don't know, Drayden's case, he's probably going to be a dragon-type trainer, but there might be a few others, like he might have a Gyarados or something, which isn't obviously a dragon-type Pokemon, but it is kind of like I don't know how you'd explain it, but like it's kind of like a mythical looking like creature, just like Aerodactyl was, you know, for Lance and stuff like that. So yeah, they are going to have different types on their teams. They're also going to have moves as well, like Trick Room, Protect, and Stealth Rock. That wasn't also made clear to us yesterday, but in this battle, they will have competitive Pokemon that will do things like Trick Room sets and Protect sets and Stealth Rock sets and stuff. So you're going to have to kind of know a little bit about competitive to be able to beat them. And remember, their teams are around level 80, 85 or something. So even if you go into this with level 100 teams, it's not going to be the easiest thing. Obviously, it's going to give you a bit of an advantage because you are higher leveled, but at the same time, they are going to be competitively trained to be difficult to beat. Like these are probably going to be the strongest Elite Four members we've ever battled in the history of Pokemon, which is really cool because yeah, it's going to be nice to actually have like a really difficult Elite Four, especially after the whole Geeta situation where she was just terrible. So we have that. Moving on, we also have Soul Silverrod talking about it as well. So no trailer, but previews are out. So almost every battle is a double battle, mixed type teams with competitive like strategies. The focus is on battling, so it's going to be challenging for those who don't play competitive or have level 100 Pokemon. So again, more fixation on the different typed or mixed type teams, which again wasn't made clear, but now obviously it has that we have like more translations and stuff, which is very, very interesting. Number 2, if we're lucky, maybe there'll be just one new Pokemon in the wild, but it's 99% returning Pokemon. The terrarium looks decently sized. Number 4, the biome is split into 4 different places: the coastal, savanna, canyon, and the polar biomes. Number 5, known as Joy. And then number 6, Lacey gives us some lore about how the terrarium works. An underwater dome with fake projections of time passing and the sky, and it has a mysterious globe at the top that makes terrestrial possible here, but Serrano can't remember what it's made out of. So very interesting that, yeah, they can't remember what this whole terrestrialized globe is made out of. Very much sounds similar to like something to do with like Heath or maybe even Briar or something like that. But yeah, very interesting. Maybe it like cracks open or something, and that's how we go decide to go into Area Zero because we need to get like more energy or whatever. No idea. But then we have some more things that were missed as well. So a few important things I missed / forgot from today's Indigo Disk previews. So there is a battle with Carmine right towards the beginning of the DLC, and her team is much more difficult. So I thought we'd battle Lacey at the very start, which we might still, but it looks like we're definitely going to be battling Carmine at the very beginning of the Indigo Disk, just like we did in the Teal Mask, but her team is going to be much more difficult. I don't know what part of the DLC they're going to get into like competitive Pokemon and stuff, and like competitive teams, but it could be like straight off the bat. The number 2, one of the players / previewers was told by a Nintendo rep that we will go back to Paldea / Area Zero after we complete the Blueberry Academy part of the DLC. So it's feeling like it is going to be split up into like multiple parts. So the beginning of the Indigo Disk is going to be the Blueberry Academy, where you have to take on the Elite Four and complete all of that. And then after that, we then go back to Area Zero. We also go back to Paldea as well, which is well, I mean, I know that Area Zero is in Paldea, but I'm expecting us to also go back to Kitakami as well at some point because of obviously the terrestrialized pool and stuff. Made it seem more like post-game or after beating the main Blueberry Academy plot. And then number 3, starter Pokemon are either very rare or they are not available right away, and instead we'd need to maybe complete a specific task / pass a certain point for them to become available in the wild terrarium. Which again, like, I feel like everyone's forgot, but yeah, Nintendo literally tweeted out saying that we have to complete special tasks in order to get the starter Pokemon. So yeah, I'm not shocked that they're not available to get straight off the bat, which again, it'd be great if they were, but like we've literally already been told by Nintendo. I don't know if they did it accidentally, and like, I don't know if people have forgot, but Nintendo literally tweeted out, because I remember covering it in a video a while ago. Nintendo literally tweeted out saying you'll have to complete specific tasks in order to get these starter Pokemon. So yeah, they're not going to be available straight off the bat because, like I said, we've got to do these tasks to get them. So that's all that, and then we also have Poke Jungle here compiling some pretty interesting information from different previewers and stuff, who obviously got to play it early. So this is IGN saying that I think the real draw for many will be Terrarium itself. It's absolutely massive and packed with detail, and had a great time exploring it. I can't speak to several of the coolest details at the time of this writing, but there's a lot here, and I'm excited to spend time exploring the Terrarium when I get the chance. Blueberry Academy places a large emphasis on double battles, adding an extra layer to your tactical and team building decisions, so you'd better be prepared to throw 2 Pokeballs whenever you run into an opposing trainer. We've already covered Cerebee's one in yesterday's video, don't need to go over that. We have Dexerto here saying the game's visuals are on par with the existing title. However, like in the Teal Mask, the condensing of different types of foliage and biodiversity benefits the world world, often looking more appealing than the occasionally barren plains of Paldea. Perhaps the biggest changes were in the form of battles and the challenges awaiting players. Speaking of challenge, the highlight of our preview was a fierce battle with Amaris. It's clear that Game Freak is putting trainers to the test, as Amaris' team is a surprisingly clever spread of different types, moves, and even items. Our first encounter with Blueberry Academy's Elite Four gives us hope of a true challenge that long-time fans will relish. And that's the only one that they battled as well. They didn't battle Lacey, they didn't battle the other guys either, so yeah, I'm assuming they're all gonna have like different type teams. They're gonna have an ace, which is probably gonna be their type, so like Drayden's gonna have the Archaludon, and Mary's will have whatever type she is, like Lacey will probably have like a fairy type, but the rest of their team will probably be different types, and it's going to be a double battle as well, so it's going to be even more interesting. And then Go Nintendo, during my session I saw a few wild encounters with Pokemon hovering around level 65. So in addition, the trainer battles I encountered not only had the advantage of even higher levels than wild encounters, they also had what felt like competitively built out teams that managed to actually wipe out my team on one occasion. So the wild Pokemon are going to be around level 65, but yeah, the trainers are going to be a lot higher than that, probably around level 80s and stuff. So yeah, I'm assuming they're going to give us like maybe another Blissey raid or something before the Indigo Disk drops, just to give us a ton of more like XP candy and rare candies and stuff like that. Just because we are going to have to level up quite a bit, especially if you're just getting into the Indigo Disk and you haven't already got like a competitive team or anything. And then among the biggest standouts over the course of my play session was the map itself, featuring 4 evenly divided biomes. The terrarium is not only a larger map than Kitakami was, it's also more varied, made possible by the 4 different biomes contained inside it. So that's just a couple of more tidbits of information that you may have missed from yesterday. But yeah, that's some new information that again I didn't know about when I covered all the the stuff yesterday. So again, this has come out from different previewers. Obviously they don't speak English and stuff has been translated now, so yeah, some very interesting information to say the least. Hope you enjoyed the video though. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it does really help out. Leave a comment, what are you most excited for about these previews? What's got you most like looking forward to the Indigo Disk from what we've read recently? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.